friend, come sit down beside me for a moment. You know these old wooden chairs of mine? They squeak louder than my knees, but at least they're honest. Unlike some women I've met in my 80 years walking around this unpredictable planet. And today, today, I want to tell you a story that isn't just a story. It's a lantern, a bright one that'll light up the dark corners where toxic women like to hide. Now you, my friend, you're 60, you're smart, you're kind, you're elegant. But even the wisest woman can get tangled up by someone who smiles sweetly while sharpening a knife behind her back. And I don't mean a literal knife, though I've known a few who probably had those too. Let me take you back, far, far back, to a moment in my own life when I learned the hard way that not every woman who walks into your heart intends to leave it better than she found it. You see, age gives you wisdom, but it also gives you regrets, usually wearing lipstick. There was a woman I knew once named Elvira. Even her name sounds like a warning label. She walked like she was floating and talked like she was singing, but her heart? Cold as my ex-wife's lawyer. And I didn't see it at first, because men, well, we don't always think with the part of our brain that does the thinking. But you, my friend, you're here because you want the truth. You want the signs, the signals, the big flashing lights that scream, run, don't walk. And trust me, you're going to hear them today, all 6 of them. But before I get into the first warning sign, let me ask you this. Have you ever met a woman who could turn a peaceful afternoon into a 4-season emotional hurricane with just one word? If you nodded right now, then buckle up. You've already crossed paths with the type I'm talking about. Let me sip this tea. My throat gets dry when I talk about danger and women. All right, friend, let's begin. The first warning sign. Oh boy, this one still gives me flashbacks. A truly toxic woman will twist your reality so much that you start doubting your own memories. I once told Elvira she hurt my feelings, just a simple statement, and she said, "Paul, that never happened. Maybe you're just confused." Confused? Friend, I wasn't confused. I may forget where I put my reading glasses, but I don't forget moments that wound me. She made me question my own thoughts, my own intentions, my own sanity. Gaslighting, a toxic woman's favorite perfume. And the scary thing, it's so sweet you don't even notice you're choking. Let me tell you how I realized I was being played. One day, I wrote down everything she said to me in a little notebook, because when you're old, you take notes on your chaos. And the next time she tried to twist things, I flipped that notebook open like I was a detective in a crime movie. She still denied it, of course. Toxic women never admit, never apologize, and never take accountability. They're allergic to responsibility. And if you're listening right now thinking, "Oh, Paul, I know someone like that," don't worry, friend. You're not alone. I've counseled enough people in my 80 years to know that gaslighters aren't rare, they're just disguised. Let me breathe a moment. This story gets my blood pressure rising, and I don't have much pressure left to rise, so we must conserve it carefully. But let me give you another tiny hook before we move on, because what comes later, it's even worse. Have you heard of a woman who makes you feel guilty for things you didn't even do? Or a woman who turns every conversation into a courtroom where you're somehow always the criminal? Or one who loves drama so much she should win a Lifetime Achievement Award? Stay with me, friend, because these stories, they're as real as the wrinkles on my elbows. But before I move to the second warning sign, let me pause, because if you're enjoying what you're hearing and you want more stories like this, more lessons from this old heart, do me a favor, like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. It helps this old man feel like he still contributes something meaningful, besides scaring people with his dating history. And trust me, the stories get even juicier from here. All right, back to the second warning sign. A truly toxic woman loves control. Oh, she thrives on it. She wants to know where you are, what you're doing, what you're thinking, and what you might think later if she don't intercept you first. She'll hold your time, your emotions, and your future like she's gripping a steering wheel. And you're the car, the old beat-up one. Elvira controlled everything. She decided when we talked, what we talked about, what I was allowed to feel, and when I was allowed to feel it. She once told me, "Paul, you're too old to be stressed," and then proceeded to stress me out for the next 3 years. That woman was a walking contradiction. And you know how she kept control? With unpredictability. One day she'd be sweet, soft, gentle, kind enough to melt steel. The next day she'd be colder than a penguin on vacation in Antarctica. It kept me on edge. I began living in emotional limbo. Friend, if a woman makes your nervous system feel like it's doing jumping jacks at 5 in the morning, she's toxic. Love isn't supposed to feel like you're diffusing a bomb with shaking hands. But wait, there's more. The third warning sign. Oh boy, this one still gives me flashbacks. A truly toxic woman will isolate you, slowly, gently, strategically. She'll make you distance yourself from your friends, your family, your hobbies, until she becomes the only voice you hear. And then, Al, she starts rewriting your world. I stopped meeting my friends for coffee. I stopped telling my daughters about my plans. I stopped seeing my grandkids on weekends because she'd say things like, "Paul, you don't care about me if you're always running around." And I thought maybe she was right. But friend, anytime someone tries to shrink your world so they can become the center of it, that's not love. That's control wearing a cozy sweater. Let me tell you a secret, friend. Toxic women don't want to share you. They want to own you. And when you start losing yourself, slowly, quietly, that's when the real damage begins. But don't worry, we still have 3 more warning signs to go. And those are like fireworks, scary, bright, and hard to ignore. Let me sip more tea. This topic dries my throat like the Sahara Desert. Now, friend, did Elvira ruin my life? No, but she did make my life feel like I ordered happiness online and received disappointment instead. But that's enough for now. Take a breath, because the next warning sign, it's coming, and it's a big one.
Now, friend, lean a little closer, because the 4th warning sign, this one, is the one that almost wiped me out completely, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and even financially. A truly toxic woman feeds on chaos. She doesn't just attract drama, oh no, she cultivates it like a prized garden. Let me explain. Healthy women love peace, they love harmony, they love waking up to calm mornings and going to bed without emotional earthquakes. But a toxic woman, she needs drama like a plant needs sunlight. Without it, she wilts. Elvira could turn a quiet evening into a full-blown Hollywood disaster movie. I remember one night, oh, this one stayed with me, when we were sitting on the couch watching a documentary about penguins. Penguins, friend, the least dramatic creatures in the animal kingdom. And somehow, she paused the show, looked at me with narrowed eyes, and said, "Why did you breathe like that? Are you annoyed with me?" Friend, I wasn't annoyed, I was existing. She would create storms out of thin air, storms I had to navigate with an umbrella made of hope and 2 aspirin. And you know what the worst part is? They always make you believe that you started the storm, that you caused it, that you are the reason they're upset. Drama becomes the anchor of the relationship, and the silence becomes suspicious. If you ever meet a woman who can't survive without emotional explosions, that's not passion, That's toxicity disguised as intensity. Now, let me breathe. This is a heavy memory for an old man like me, and my poor tea is getting cold. But we press on. Because the fifth warning sign? Oh, friend, this one hurts the deepest. A toxic woman uses your vulnerabilities as weapons. She listens. Oh, she listens so well. She encourages you to open up. She asks gentle questions. She invites your secrets in like honored guests. And then she arms herself with them. I once told Elvira about my biggest insecurity, how I used to feel like I wasn't enough for the people I cared about, a soft confession made on a fragile night. And later, during an argument, she threw it at me like a spear. You were right, Paul. You aren't enough. Not for me, maybe not for anyone. Friend, you don't forget words like that. They don't just enter your ears, they settle in your bones. A woman who loves you protects your softness. A toxic woman takes your softness and sculpts it into a weapon. And now we reach the sixth and final warning sign, the one that reveals everything. A truly toxic woman never apologizes. She will flip situations, twist events, rewrite history, blame planets, blame weather, blame you, blame anyone but herself. She sees accountability the way a vampire sees sunlight. Elvira could bump into a wall and somehow make it my fault. Paul, if you'd spoken louder earlier, I wouldn't be distracted and I wouldn't have hit the wall. That woman could have run a political campaign with that level of excuse-making. And friend, here's the truth. If a woman never apologizes, she never changes. And if she never changes, the pain only grows. Now, let me rest my old back against this chair for a moment, because talking about these things, it's like opening old wounds. But I share them with you because I care, because you're my friend, because I want you to be protected in ways I wasn't. And let me say something else, something important. You deserve peace, not chaos. You deserve honesty, not manipulation. You deserve warmth, not emotional frostbite. And you deserve a partner or friends who don't dim your light, but help it shine brighter. Now, before we slowly bring this story home, let me give you something tender, a little reminder from an 80-year-old man who has loved, lost, been fooled, and survived to talk about it. Not every woman is toxic. Most are kind, beautiful, loving, powerful souls who lift you up instead of tearing you down. But the toxic ones, the ones who hide poison in sweetness, you must spot them early or you lose yourself by the time you realize what happened. You, friend, don't lose yourself. Not at 60, not ever. Now, let me straighten my shirt because it's time to close this chapter with a little bit of calm, a sprinkle of humor, and a whisper of wisdom. If you stayed with me this long, spent these minutes with this old voice of mine, then I want to tell you something sincerely. If you found even a little value in what I shared, if it felt like sitting together and talking heart to heart, do me a small kindness. Like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. It keeps this old storyteller going. But wait, don't go just yet, because I have something even better for you. See, when this video ends, 2 more will pop up on your screen. And trust me, friend, we hand-picked them just for you. They're like the dessert after a heavy meal, sweet, satisfying, and exactly what you need next. No pressure, no pushing, nothing forced. Just me telling you, as your old friend Paul, that if you've enjoyed this story, you're gonna love those next 2 even more. They'll keep you learning, laughing, and maybe even wiping away a tear or 2. And between us, I'd love for you to stay with us here, in our little corner of the internet, rather than wandering off to channels that don't talk to you the way I do. So, when the screen shows you those 2 videos, go ahead and click one, then the next. Let's keep spending time together, friend. Let's keep this conversation going, not just here,
but through every story we share from this old heart of mine. Now, come on, go enjoy those videos waiting for you. I'll meet you there, like always.